My name is Ahmad Anouti. I'm originally from Beirut, Lebanon, and tonight we're at the Snowmass Club at Aspen, Colorado. I was born in August 22, 1996 in Beirut, Lebanon. Back home, we're a very small country of like 4 million people, and at birth there was something wrong. And so eventually down the line at 77 days, I was diagnosed with a disease called biliary atresia and had to undergo my first surgery. The first surgery is called a Kazai. No one back home knew how to do it. None of the surgeons had done it before. And so eventually, by a stroke of luck, they were able to get a hold of a Lebanese-American surgeon coming for a visit to Lebanon to do my surgery, who specializes in it. I got my surgery done and lived the first 16 of my life relatively okay. I had a bad liver, cirrhotic liver, but still my parents took great care of me. Eventually at 16, my lungs gave out because of my liver and I was put on an oxygen tank and told that I needed a transplant. So again, there's no active transplant program in Lebanon. So I had to travel abroad, got my liver abroad at the age of 16. And post-transplant, a month after transplant, I developed acute rejection. The month after that, I caught a bunch of viruses, including CMV, EBV, and I was on 41 pills a day. And finally, a month after that, I developed what is known as PTLD, which is a form of B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. After finishing all my journey, I was like, okay, this process isn't great, and I can do something about it if I'm capable of. And so today, I'm a pediatric resident at the University of Texas Southwestern in Children's Dallas. And I'm in the physician scientist training program where I study liver disease in kids. And my end goal is to become a pediatric transplant hepatologist to work with kids who have similar diseases as me to help maybe give it forward and probably improve the lives of others. It gave me the strength and perseverance to continue with my life no matter the obstacles. It made me maybe an unhealthy lack of fear of death, because what else can happen more? It gave me a purpose in my life. It gave me appreciation to the things around me, whether it's my parents, my beautiful wife whom I met down the line, my siblings, my family. And it gave me the resilience I have today to be able to pursue a career. And if I had the opportunity to relive my life again, even if 1,000 times over, I would not change a single thing. First of all, I approach my patients with a level of empathy I think you can't genuinely find every time, and that's because I understand the pain they're going through. I understand what it means, whether it's other diseases such as pediatric cancers or chronic diseases. I've spent months and years in the hospital, and I know what it means not to be heard. And so I can truly empathize with these kids and connect. And I've shared my story with like 2-3 patients, and it resonated a lot with them. And in the broader transplant community, a lot of the parents who have kids with liver disease have connected with me to take some advice and to help. The other thing is, it gave me the capability of truly sitting down with my patients and listening to them. Sometimes in the medical field, your 80-hour work weeks get overwhelming and busy. And we tend to, because of the stress and the work, forget what we're in it for. But for me, the reason I'm in it for is marked on my body, so I can never forget. And so I find myself sometimes going the extra mile to try and help others. And I'm truly grateful. I'm here today just for the sole purpose. And so it has given me an extreme advantage over others. And I am very cognizant of that and very grateful of that. I think everyone has a different transplant journey. Chris Klug had his transplant and had an established life and everything, but he decided, despite all this, to take the opportunity to build this foundation, to use all his resources to help others. We all try to find our way to help, and he did a phenomenal job with that. I think one of the most interesting things I find about the foundation, I've worked with a lot of nonprofits that study and work for liver disease. And what's unique about the foundation is that the human aspect to it, and how Chris used his passion for sports and exercise and all this to incorporate it into a foundation that not only supports transplant, but shows a face of transplant where transplant are now athletes running around doing marathons, cycling, doing all these things that people used to think is impossible. And this has given a face to transplant that is beyond just a nonprofit and just a simple organization. On top of that, this is the first time in my life I've been truly rewarded for the efforts I've put. And I never went into it for that. And I'm truly grateful that they think of others this way, and they take the time and the effort and the resources to really give the transplant community a day to enjoy and a day to feel celebrated. So I'm truly grateful for that.
Open my eyes, hope that you're by my side.